Hello, my name is Craig, and I'm a graduate student at Western Oregon University. This video will briefly describe the TPACK model, Doolittle's approach to instructional design, and how these resources can be used together for planning, building, and implementing digital learning materials. First, what is TPACK? This acronym stands for Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge. It expands Lee Schulman's idea of pedagogical content knowledge, or PCK, and expands it to include technology. This approach was envisioned by scholars Punya, Mishra, and Koehler. As you'll see in this diagram, TPACK occurs in the center, where our knowledge of the technology we're working with, what we know about teaching, our knowledge about content, and how each of these individual factors affect one another, like how our knowledge of technology affects pedagogy, are all aligned as a cohesive whole. The idea here is that each aspect affects the others. For example, let's say you want to show a science video to your class. You'll need to address several questions, such as, is the content appropriate for your learner's level? Is a video the best method to teach this content? Do you have the technology so that everyone can see and hear the video, and do you know how to work all of it? The answers to these should affect all other aspects of your instruction. TPACK gives us a framework for getting through these types of questions and helps us make sure we're using good practice when using technology in teaching. Now, let's talk about Peter Doolittle's approach to instructional design. This image provides a visual representation of his approach, which is a process that starts in the top right at the needs assessment and goes through a useful series of steps to effectively plan, develop, implement, and assess instructional materials. As you'll see, the last arrow points back to the first step, showing how this is an ongoing process in which everything is continually reviewed, revised, and improved. This allows us, after looking at how well our materials worked with our learners, to examine if our students have changed, their needs are different, or if the content needs to be different, and we can adjust our learning objectives, instruction, and media accordingly. The TPACK model and Doolittle's process can be used together when designing instructional materials. Several of Doolittle's steps explicitly help ensure that we are following TPACK, and in other cases, we can apply TPACK to make sure we are answering Doolittle's prompts in a comprehensive way. For example, when looking at learner characteristics, Doolittle asks that we reflect on the following two questions. What three characteristics of your learners may significantly impact their ability to be successful in the class, and what adjustments in your instruction might you be able to complete that would increase the success rates of your students? It would be easy to address these questions without explicitly considering our intended technology use, the appropriateness of the content, how our teaching methods fit with how content is presented, or how technology impacts how our learners will receive and interpret content. By keeping TPACK in mind, we can remember to ask these important questions and maintain a holistic view as we evaluate our teaching and materials through Doolittle's process. For more information about TPACK, please visit Koehler and Punya Mishra's website at tpack.org. To learn more about Doolittle's process for instructional design, you can read his short book, Designing Instruction for Student Learning. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.